There are two sides to every single story, the passion and the glory, just trying to make it through the day. You know we're trying to come together, arm and hand in hand, and with my brother I will fight to unify our land. America, home of the brave, we stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will watch the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. And on the other hand, there are those who would undo us, unruly who would rule us and break us all apart. And I will stand beside you and fight against injustice and lawless ones among us. Come on, let freedom ring. America, home of the brave, we stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will watch the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. E pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them, melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. E pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them, melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. E pluribus unum, get your guitars and tune them, melody and harmony, let's make a little revelry. Play that guitar. My brother and me, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me, America.
Hey, this is Al Robertson from Duck Dynasty and Duck Commander. I want to tell you about a great book called War on Fear from my good buddy, John Morgan. Of course, he looks like George W. Bush, who had the famous War on Terror, so I immediately knew, you know, there was a nice a bit of wordplay there. This book is fantastic. I think it speaks to sort of that natural fear that all of us have, whether it's public speaking or whether it's the first time you get asked to do something you've never done before, up to, you know, the fear of loss of life, of a sick person in your family, all the things that we face every single day. I recommend this highly. I promise you will be blessed when you read this book, and it's the sort of book that after you read it, you're going to want to pass that on to someone else, which to me are the best kind of books. So War on Fear, get yours as soon as you can.
Free world.
welcome to the John Morgan Show. I am your host, John Morgan, and it is such an honor to be with you today on Veterans Day 2020. Somehow I've got the idea that it is a very big day in history, that it is going to be a day that changes things. And I wonder if y'all could go into the other room to have your conversation. It would just be the best thing ever. I am honored to be in the home of my sister and brother-in-law, Becky and Chips Harmon, today, and doing the show from up here in Jacksonville. I was going to do it out there on the porch on their beautiful fourth-story condo, but there's a lot of road noise, so we're not doing it out there. We're doing it in here, and I'm sorry I don't have a really cool American flag to honor our servicemen and women today, which is what I want to do on Veterans Day. And that's why I had a picture of my mom and dad, because they lived through World War II. My dad was a tech sergeant and a gunner and a radio operator on a B-17 bomber in North Africa, flying missions into Germany during World War II. And what a hero he was and is, and yet a practical joker. He used to tell stories of some of the tricks he would play on people in the plane when they'd go in to use the crapper. He'd signal the pilot, and then all of a sudden he'd do a dive. And if you're in the back of the plane, that means you go up. And who knows what else comes up, and then who knows what comes out. I don't know, but he was always a big practical joker, my dad. He used to play this joke on the golf course where he would light a cigarette, break off the filter, stick a firecracker in the end of it, and then put it down in the hole or somewhere on the putting surface, so that in just a couple of minutes, boom, a firecracker would go off. And if it was timed right, it would be right in the middle of somebody's putt. And it just humanizes our soldiers, our men and women that serve in our military around the world. They are brothers, they are sisters, they are mothers, they are fathers. They are just like you and me, heroes who believe in freedom, heroes who believe in democracy, and in many cases lay down their very lives in order to protect it. And we want to honor the men and women who did that for us. God bless them, and God bless you, and happy Veterans Day, everyone. What a great day it is. And you know what else today is? I found this out later in the day. Today is the 400th anniversary of the signing on the guys that came over on the Mayflower landed at Plymouth Rock, and they built this building. It was the very first house built in America, lot number 1 in the United States of America, up in Massachusetts somewhere where Plymouth Rock is. And their first treaty was signed 400 years ago today, November 11th, 1620. And it was the day that they dedicated the United States to the Lord and to His glory. And today there was an amazing service in that exact same building. And they rededicated. Michelle Bachmann was probably one of the kingpins, or one of the chief drivers of the whole thing. And they had minister after minister. They had people who had ancestry that came over on the Mayflower share prayers of dedication. They had praise and worship. It was amazing, dedicating America to the next 400 years of service to the King of Kings. It was just breathtaking. Kathy and I were watching it online. If you want to know more about that house and more about the 400th, you go to 400th.org. That's the number 400th, 400th.org. What are you showing me?
Oh, I was just showing you Plymouth and where it is. It's Massachusetts.
Oh, show everybody.
Why don't you show everybody?
Say hi to everybody.
Okay, hi everybody, and I'll play nice today because I got in trouble yesterday, but that's me. So yeah, Plymouth is in Plymouth County, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it's been 400 years, and it's site of the colony founded in 1620 by the Mayflower Pilgrims, which we were driving up here on 95 today. It was really cool because a semi truck passed us, and it was the Plymouth,
It said Mayflower.
Mayflower. It said Mayflower on the side, and it was like, oh my gosh, I had the picture of it and everything.
It was so cool.
Neat. Go ahead.
Thank you, love. And so it was an amazing day of honoring the legacy of America, the legacy of people who made the decision to flee religious persecution and come to the new world, to come to America in order to set up a government of, by, and for the people. No monarch, no king, just people who would elect people to represent them, and that's what the whole premise of America is. There was no other land like it on the face of the earth, and these were all Christians who had, at least, I think they were mostly Christians. There were some who weren't, but they wanted to set up a land that was representative of their desire to follow in the ways of the Lord. And that's where they got the idea of the Constitution, where a free people could live according to the dictates of their own conscience as they follow God. And so that's the founding of our nation. And today is the 400th anniversary of that amazing, and their very first treaty was with the Native Americans there, and they signed a 50-year peace treaty back in 1620. And they also had their first election in that same room, and you can bring it up and look at it online. The very first election was to elect the commander of the army that they were organizing in order to, of course, keep them safe and to keep them protected in the event that they were attacked from anybody. They were fleeing persecution. They first moved to Holland, and from what I understand and learned today, is they left England and moved to Holland as a church plant, and then they found that untenable and decided that they would take this risky voyage to the new land that Christopher Columbus had discovered some years earlier. And they came to America, and that's our heritage. That is where we come from. Of course, many people since have come from all over the world. My dad was from Wales, my mom from Germany, but there were many descendants of the original group on the Mayflower that were in the ceremony today speaking. And it was just amazing when you combine Veterans Day, a day to honor those who died, those who gave all in the cause of freedom to protect us from tyranny, with those who risked their life to escape tyranny as well. And one of the parts of the report that I saw today was that only 50 people survived. I don't know how many were originally on the Mayflower, but all of them died. There was a disease breakout, and people died of different things. And what I was told today, it came down to a whole bunch of men and 4 women. And out of that, America. Isn't it amazing? It's crazy. When they left Holland, 2 of the ladies were pregnant. And that's just a fascinating story. And you can read about it, and you can hear about it, and probably watch a rebroadcast of the live stream that they had today on 400th, TH at the end, 400th, the number 400th, .org. And you can learn all about it. And I hope that you will, including, there's even a document that in concise language that explains all that we heard today, that you can download and then read for your family holiday event. If your family's getting together, or if they're even getting together on Zoom, you can still read it and celebrate it together. And isn't it amazing that here in today's climate, we face a challenge that is of national security level in this election season. And so, I love the fact that supposed President-elect Joe Biden is calling for unity, calling for healing. And I just want to echo that call. And, I want to lay down my axes. I want to fight hard for the truth in the election, definitely. I'm watching the news. I'm learning as much as I can. And the evidence really keeps mounting that there's illegal activity that took place in the vote count. But when they finally get to the end of that process, I hope we can all agree to work with whoever winds up in the office and pray for them. Pray for them, pray for them, pray for them. And you might be looking at me going, wait, what happened to John Morgan? No, I've always said that. We need to pray for our elected leaders. Of course, right now we don't know if Joe Biden is our elected leader. Some say yes, some say he's president-elect, but I say no, and many say no. Many say it's not clear yet. And so I'm with those folks because there is law and there is order, and that law and order needs to take place. There are federal investigations taking place all around the country. And, the voting numbers in the Democratic states that are all in question, the percentage of people that voted, from what I understand, were way higher than the average of people that voted across the country. And that's a red flag right there. And so, just take a look at all of the evidence for yourself. It's readily available. You can go to Newsmax. There's other news sources besides the main NBC, CBS, and ABC, and CNN, and all those guys. They're not reporting it, I don't think. Fox News is doing an okay job reporting it. Sometimes they're kind of on one side and the other, but you've got Tucker, you've got Sean Hannity, you've got some great folks. You can go to The Blaze, and Glenn Beck is revealing everything. He's got a research staff that's second to none and doing a fantastic job. Well, yes, I love you guys. Keep your courage up. Keep your joy up. Keep your heart strong. God's got this. He didn't bring us here 400 years ago to now watch the country fall over a cliff. Not by a long shot. So be filled with joy. Be filled with hope. Keep praying for truth to win out, for evil to be exposed wherever it is, on either side, and that God would be glorified. And that's really what we're after. We're after a fair and honest election. And pray that when President Trump is re-inaugurated on January 20th, that there won't be any violence in the streets. I think if we pray and ask God to control those anarchists in our midst, he might just do it. And that would be amazing. And, if not, there are folks who want to, I just read today, there are folks on the left that want to completely abolish prisons. Just do away with them. And they want to completely abolish the police. Just imagine a world with no police and no prisons. These folks say that would lead to liberty. I say it would lead to anarchy. But anarchy is what they want. So, yeah, we don't want that. I'm sure the majority of Americans on both sides do not want anarchy. We want the rule of law. We want peace. We want joy. We want the presence of the Lord in our midst. So that's pretty much my Veterans Day show today. I want to release you guys all to enjoy your families. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. Steve Zambo, welcome to the broadcast. I love you guys. Debbie, hello. Good to see you again. Mark Williams, my dear friend, showing back up again. Lori Mack, howdy, howdy. Yeah, it's been an amazing day. Kathy and I had so much fun listening to that celebration of the 400th anniversary of the signing of the first treaty in the very first building that was built in lot number 1 up in Massachusetts. You've got to check that out. It'll blow your mind. And today is the day. And 11/11 is my daughter-in-law's birthday. B. LaBelle, my son Stephen's beautiful bride, Brittany Morgan. Today is her birthday. So everybody do me some love hearts and let's sing happy birthday to Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's a U. See it? Happy birthday, B baby. Happy birthday to you. You. I point at the face instead of the camera. All right. Blow out your candles. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I've got some Carrabba's in my immediate future, and I could not be more hungry. By the way, shout out to this donut shop in Jacksonville, Florida, that makes these absolutely, I want to say sexual. They're so good, but I'm not going to say that because that's unchristian. They're otherworldly. They're so good. They're just ridiculous. And if you're in Jacksonville, you've got to check out. Chips, do you remember the name of this donut shop? Sonati's Donut Shop on Penman at the beach. They are in a class all by themselves. So here's a shout out to Sonati's. Oh, good. Kathy's bringing them over. Here, I'll show you the box.
Tell them they're pumpkin donuts.
I'm not going to eat one because I only have one left. And if I eat it, it'll be gone. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm telling you, folks, you just don't know. You just don't know until you know. And then when you know, you'll know. It's kind of like being saved. You can talk about it, but until you've got the love of Jesus down in your heart, you can't know what it's like. And if you want to know what it's like to have Jesus, to be one with him, and have him be one with you, then just confess your sins, invite him into your heart. Say, Lord, I ask you to forgive my sins. Thank you for dying on the cross for me. Please come into my heart and become one with me. I'll follow you all the days of my life. It's just that simple, folks. If you mean that prayer, you're born again. And then you'll know what it's like to have Jesus on the inside. And it's a beautiful journey you begin at that moment. Well, appreciate you guys. Tomorrow morning, we'll be doing Pray for America right here in this same location, 7 a.m. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll have the John Morgan Show live, maybe on the beach, in Ormond Beach. It's going to be fantastic. I appreciate you guys. I love you. God bless you. Anybody else come on that I missed earlier? Look at you guys all chitting and chatting. It's a beautiful thing. Joanne? Julie Galloway, yes indeed. She said, happy birthday, B-Baby. Yeah. That's so sweet. All right, God bless you guys. I love you. Have a great day. And God bless our troops. And God bless America.
I'm a free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let's roll. Well, I'm the good news instigator, compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you.
Hey, thanks again for tuning into the John Morgan Show. I am your host, John Morgan. Keep praying, folks. Keep praying for the election. Keep praying for the president. Pray for his family. Pray for the judges. Pray for the lawyers. Pray for everybody involved in this re-election. That truth will win. That truth will win. Not even Trump will win. That truth will win. That wrong will be exposed and right will triumph. All right? God bless you, and God bless America. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. God bless you. God bless.